All right, so today I'm running you guys through a nice simple project that I did here in the shop recently, and that is this 90-degree bracket. I made a set of 2 of them, and what they're for is a helping set of hands when you're putting together any kind of box or cabinet, which is what I'm working on behind me. This is a miter saw station that I'll show you guys in the future, but I've got a very precise 90-degree angle, so I was very picky when I was doing this particular cut because this is the foundation of a lot of other projects. So I'll run you guys through how I did mine, and then we got some pockets here, and that's so I can attach some clamps, whether that be spring clamps or bar clamps. It gives me room to attach the clamp against the material and hold everything in place while you're either gluing it or screwing it or brad nailing it. This is just a nice simple project to do out of some scrap, and let's run through it real quick.
And as always, guys, if you like what you see, please leave me a comment or even subscribe to see more like it in a future video. Alright, this first part's pretty simple. I am squaring up a piece of plywood. That way I'll have really good 90-degree edges like I mentioned earlier. Once I cleaned up all 4 sides, I checked it with a square just to make sure I was on the right track. I wanted to narrow these up a little bit and didn't want really pointy corners on the brackets, so I'm just breaking each corner a little bit to save some space and get rid of those sharp edges. And now it's time to cut this piece in half. Pockets for the clamps, I started by drilling a couple of holes that I'll later connect with a jigsaw.
Dead battery.
Now it looks like I missed recording the other holes, but I think you guys get the idea. 2 holes for each pocket, and then I drew lines from each outside edge connecting them and cut them to make some nice big pockets with enough room for either my spring clamps or bar clamps. Just make sure not to go too small so you got room to get those clamps in there. Now I had just finished my dust collection project, which you can see in another one of my videos, and I was really eager to use the router and see how much of an improvement it was. So I went ahead and broke all the edges inside and outside, so these are nice to handle. Not a must for this project, but just kind of a nice way to test out some new tools. Alright, and here's how we use them. I started by spring clipping each side to one half of the cabinet that I'm putting together, and then I can get my glue in place. I liked using the spring clamps here because it was easy to make small adjustments with them. And then you can see I am spring clipping the back half, and then you're going to see me spring clipping the front half, and this really allows me to just tweak everything around before I glue and screw this whole cabinet together. And it's just a nice second set of hands when doing projects like this.
So hopefully you found this project helpful. If you want to see more like it, or you'd like to leave me a comment, that's always appreciated. I'd like to hear what kind of things you guys are working on. And stick around, because you're going to see more of this miter saw station build behind me in a future video. Thanks for watching.